days of eliminations have passed and Team Canada finally got a taste of sweet victory yesterday over Team Italy. They now aim to solidify a spot in the semis, but our kababayans from New Zealand, though technically out of the running, would like to go out on a high note and may act as spoilers here in the Born 2004 division. Streaming live from the Victoria Sports Tower Court 2 in Quezon City. Welcome to the 5th game day of the Pilipinas Super League Global Championship Challenge.
And as for games today, we have Born 2004, our first game, Canada versus New Zealand. Our next game at 10 a.m., North America versus Italy. At 11:30 p.m., our third game is United Kingdom versus Philippines. And for our Born 2008, our last game is New Zealand versus North America.
Good morning, mga super fans. This is Eman Cabiles alongside Akito Limbo. Our courtside reporter will be Maris Victorio. And this is the Born 2004 division, Canada versus New Zealand here at Court 2 in Victoria Sports. Meanwhile, our tournament format, Tito.
For tournament format, our PSL Global Challenge teams for 2004 divisions are Philippines, USA, New Zealand, Canada, UK, and Italy. Single round robin to be determined their places and crossover in semis, 1 versus 4 and 2 versus 3. And winner will advance to the finals, and there will be one championship game.
Meanwhile, Quito, what time is it? It is game time.
Game time.
We will now turn you over to our game announcer.
Namaste. For our first game, it's the battle between the Born 2004 of your God is Good and Great Canada versus Phil Nation Select New Zealand. Introducing your starting lineup for GIGG Canada. At guard number 8, Matthew Lee. Also playing guard number 6, Jordan Fangonilo. Playing forward number 7, Michael Ramos. Also playing forward number 11, Patrick Williams. Playing center number 1, Miguel Bruin. Canada head coach, Jay Angeles. And now, introducing your starting lineup for Team New Zealand. At guard number 4, Javier Andrews. Also playing guard number 5, Landon Smith. Playing forward number 10, Mekara Nepe. Playing forward number 3, Arvi Javines. Playing center number 6, Allen Lakap. New Zealand head coach, Patrick Smith. Our game referees, crew chief, Eddie Villarosa. Umpire 1, Roy Bacaso.
And here we go. Here we go, our starters. First off, for Canada, it's Matthew Lee, Jordan Fangonilio, Gerald Mortel, Michael Ramos, Patrick Williams. For New Zealand, it's Javier Andrews, Landon Smith, Mikaine Nepe, Allen Lakap, and yes. And first possession right now for New Zealand. I mentioned earlier, Quito, New Zealand, their record in the standings so far is unfortunately 0-4.
Yes.
As of this game. And basically, they're out of the running.
Yes, I agree on that. And unfortunately, they lost all of their games in this season. But definitely, they don't want to leave the Philippines without a win here.
Right, and they, like I said, they may act as spoilers.
Yes.
Because Canada, who got their first win yesterday versus Italy, they're actually in number 4, 3 or 4. No?
Yes.
In terms of the standing, so they have a good chance for a playoff, for a semi spot in tomorrow's games.
Yes, 100%. And because they are tied with Italy, that makes it a lot of interesting matchup between Canada and Italy.
In the meantime, 3 just got buried right there by Jordan Fangonilio. There's a steal, and going all the way, Miguel Bruin.
And that's the reason why they won last game against Italy. the defense picked up during that time, and they converted their fast break opportunities. And that's the reason why they won against Italy 81-86. They shot 43% in the field and committed only 7 turnovers.
Right. It's actually 86-61.
86-61.
That's
rather.
right. So it's a 25-point win by Team Canada versus Italy, and yeah, this is like Canada getting their revenge. After
Yes.
3 losses, they finally get a W. And if you take a look at them, it's like they're beginning to really gel after 4
Yes.
days of PSL Global Championship Challenge. As another 3 was knocked down right there. Michael Ramos getting it done from beyond the arc. Here's a baseline drive, and that is an end one play.
By RV Javines.
Right, RV Javines taking it strong, eluding defenders, and this is not an easy feat. Tight roping sa baseline, and then at the last moment, doing the sidestep.
And RV Javines, last game, he just made 2 points, and just 2 points and made three turnovers that game.
Right. So they really need him here if New Zealand wants to say farewell on a high note from the PSL this year. In the meantime, second offensive rebound, but the putbacks just won't fall for Canada. Though they still retain possession of the ball.
And going back to our last game, for Canada's last game, their top performers was Patrick Williams, number 11. He made 23 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals.
Speaking of Patrick Williams, in their last game, Quito, no? Let us say hi to the very, very proud mom
Oh, yes.
of Patrick Williams, Gemma Williams, and the Williams family over there at Toronto. Right, Gemma was very animated when I got a chance to speak with her. And I guess she's not just, well, in the U.S., they have such a thing as the soccer moms, right?
Yes,
so
yes.
Mom Gemma was actually managing a part of this Canada club since these young gentlemen were kids.
Yes, yes.
I said part of this basketball club because Team Canada is actually composed of 2 basketball clubs from Toronto.
Okay.
The Primetime Ballers and the Vaughan Vipers, and most of them are from the Vaughan Vipers. And I believe, Ma'am Gemma is part of that. In the meantime, the score is 12-5. Canada off and running as a timeout has been called. We will take a short break, and PSL Global Championship Challenge will return. Back to the action now here at Court 2 in Victoria Sports Tower as we take a look at the team standings.
So for Born 2014, Philippines is still on top, 4-0, while for Canada, they are on the 4th place, tying up with Italy, 1-3, and for New Zealand, they're dead last, 0-4.
In the meantime, free throws now para dito kay Jordan Fangonilio. That is, I believe, his 5th point of the game as he hit a 3-pointer earlier. And Canada leads by 9. Strong drive through the bucket and the score right there for Mikainen Nepe.
Mikainen
Right.
Nepe is averaging 7 points and 4.5 rebounds in this tournament.
Driving to the baseline. Oh, block upstairs right there. Good defense on the interior by New Zealand. And the sidestep won't fall, but an offensive rebound. Mikaine goes baseline, stripped. And going straight to the hole is Michael Ramos.
And Michael Ramos has been their two-way guard
Right.
for Team Canada. Very pesky in the defense. And as you can see, that steal over there and converted the layup.
In their last game, Michael Ramos had 16, 4, and 3, stuffing that stat sheet alongside his running mate, Patrick Williams, who had 23 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists in their game against Italy. Another 3, not that time, for Fangonilio. Here's Nepe being hounded right now by Matthew Lee. Cross court. Kick out to the corner 3. That's too strong. Oh, the possession was saved, but it goes to the wrong guy, and Fangonilio ends up with it. Matthew Lee now. Michael Ramos bobbled a bit, but lucky for him, a foul was called against New Zealand. And we'll see if, yes, I believe it would be considered as a shooting foul. Of course, he wasn't able to bring the ball up, no?
Yes, and Patrick Williams, like what I've said last game, he made 23 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals.
Oh, yes. 23 points. That's right. So, yeah, that was Patrick Williams at the line, making Canada's lead up to 10. Score is now 17-7 with 3 minutes and 59, just under 4 minutes remaining here in the first period. It is going to be a 3 against 1, and the alley-oop is pretty para dito kay Bruan
And
of Canada.
like what you said, partner, with the chemistry building up for Team Canada, it's a good way for them to start this game.
Oh, the up and under with a bit of a hang in the air. Matthew Lee scores once again for GIGG Canada. Corner now. The pull-up offline for Azzy Reyes. Here's Matthew. Elbow 3. Oh! Bruan from in, now out. Knocks down that 3.
And that came from Matthew Lee, very aggressive, and as he kicked it out to an open 3.
In the meantime, unselfish play right there, but no conversion on Patrick Lee. Doesn't matter for Matthew Lee, but doesn't matter because Matthew was right there to clean it all up. Oh, trapping at midcourt there was Mikaine. A good thing that was there a foul called? Not necessarily. But the possession stays with Team New Zealand. And right now, I'm actually waiting for Melakai to check in. But I think they're reserving him for later, no?
Yes. And as you can see, Team New Zealand, they're just playing 8 players.
Right, but in traffic, one of the vertically challenged players on the court was able to score versus 3 defenders. And speaking of 3, there's Bruan once again. He loves that left elbow.
Yes, and you can see that they really love to shoot the 3-pointers. Last game against Italy, they made 9 3-pointers that game.
Sometimes, yeah, Canada. Well, I was able to browse their game versus the U.S., the North America team, and it was a close one,
Yes.
right? In the first part, when North America built up their lead, that was when Canada actually fell in love with the
With the
three-point
three,
shot,
yes.
and it wasn't necessarily falling, but when they started to do the hard drives, especially with Michael Ramos and Patrick Williams, that's when they moved closer and cut that lead down. And by the time the game ended, I
Yes.
think it was a 1-point lead. No,
Yes.
however, North America prevailing on that game versus Canada. Right now at the line, it's Mikainen Nepe. But in a blink of an eye, this lead of Team Canada is now 19. So the failed Canadians wants to put this early, wants to end this early.
But this is a good sign for Team Canada to pick up their pace from their past game against Italy, because like what I've said before, every game counts here for the PSL
Right.
Global. You don't have to take every possession counts, and you don't take everything for granted.
And look at that great defense. Well, from both ends of the court first, that the nice anticipation of Bruan getting the interception, and then a block on the other end by New Zealand. Jumper, no. Miguel losing the ball on the way up, and that pass was too long for Alan Lakap to get to. Speaking of Alan Lakap, he is, well, right now, he's as of last game, rather, he is the primary gunner for Phil Nation New Zealand. He scored
20 points.
20 points, yes.
For 8 out of 13 in the field goals in 31 minutes.
Right, I believe he was the only player in double figures
Yes.
in that game versus Team Philippines. And that was really a game to forget for New Zealand.
Yes, I agree. And it seems like only Alan Lakap is the one really carrying the New Zealand in terms of scoring the basket.
The closest players they had to double figures was RV Javines and Melakai Book.
Yes.
Melakai had 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists, though he averages 13, 7, and 3. So yeah, he underperformed in their last game. In the meantime, our first quarter has ended, and the score is 32-11. And we now take a look at some of the highlights, mostly from the Canadian side of the court. That beautiful alley-oop completed by Miguel Bruan, and that power play by Patrick. And of course, the threes raining down on New Zealand.
Yes.
2 coming from Miguel Bruan. So we will take a short break, and when we return, it is the second period of this game between Canada and New Zealand.
game for Canada, a very crucial game for them in order to advance to the semis. That's why, as you can see, they are hungry and aggressive. They are getting stronger every day as they progress. And so far, they are enjoying their stay here. And fun fact, aside from basketball, the players love to shop. You know, they were in awe when they went shopping in Green Hills. They bought pasalubongs for their girlfriends and other loved ones back in their home. Aside from basketball, shopping is their cardio. Eman and Kito?
Thank you very much, Maris, and that's right. If you're playing now this is the 5th day, no? If
Yes.
you're playing for 5 straight days, then you need some sort of therapy, and I guess for Team Canada, it's retail therapy. No?
Yes, yes.
At, kaya lang, sa Green Hills sila pumunta, mahal doon. if they spoke to me, this is Divisoria tayo. It's basically the same items,
Parang-
50% of the price.
Yeah, pero parang asawa ko rin, parang kailangan parati rin ng therapy dun eh.
Right, right. Yeah, we have very, very nice insight coming from our courtside reporter, Maris Victorio. And while we're talking, nakalusot na naman itong Team Canada as another 3 was converted that time by Patrick Williams.
And during the first quarter, it was Bruin who really performed well for Team Canada, scoring 15 points out of the 32 points of Canada.
And Miguel Bruin establishing himself as a force to reckon with in this game, getting it done from inside and out. He had several points in the paint, plus 2 3-pointers.
Yes.
Right. And if you're a defender, you'll be kept guessing, no, on where Miguel will strike next. And that is an important thing for Canada, considering the team philosophy of Coach Jay Angeles, wherein everybody has a license to shoot if they have a good shot.
Yes, yes.
And that is basically the one reason why they shoot a lot of 3-pointers even early in their possession, no? Because
Yes.
if a player finds himself free, he has a license to shoot. At pag hindi ka shoot, papagalitan ka pa.
And not only that, their pace, Canada's pace is
Oh,
very
yes.
fast. When you look at the game against UK, they're really up and down. Rather, US, they really go up and down in the court.
Oh, right. Also, Coach Jay mentioned that because of their style of play, one thing that they have to deal with also, of course, is the fatigue factor.
Yes.
Because right now, I think they only have 8 players on 9 players rather. And if you want to play like the full court press from first period to the end, like
Yes.
like most of the teams from the Philippines, you'll need more than 9 players.
Yes, I agree on that.
In the
But
meantime,
these players are only 20 years old. They're still young.
right. Nung 20 years old ka ba, Kito, ganun ka rin, press ka from first period to
Yeah.
fourth.
Sometimes I
Wow.
play back-to-back pa. But yeah,
Wow, buti ka pa.
you don't feel hindi mo pa nararamdaman yung mga sakit-sakit sa tuhod.
Noong panahon ko kasi hindi na namin kailangan mag-press eh. Kailangan lang namin manakit. Buti na lang hindi na ganun ngayon.
But you can see the
Yes.
evolution
of the game,
development
yes.
of players and teams from the past and to now, the present.
And I'm fortunate enough na nakaka-relate pa, no?
Oh.
In the meantime, the score is 37-11. And continuing the woes of New Zealand was on that last play as they miss again. In the meantime, put back and the bucket coming from Lucas Brannan.
And Lucas Brannan has been averaging 19 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 1 assist.
Ooh. Oh, that's a sorry miss after that gorgeous spin cycle by Malachi Book. And look at the interior passing right there. Wala pa rin, but the putback is good.
Lucky break for Canada as New Zealand missed that wide open layup. And on the other side, New Zealand not boxing out properly, and that's result for a second chance point.
Oh! meet you upstairs. And then goodbye, Patrick Williams taking the contact on the top of the jump. No,
Yes.
both of them.
As you can see that replay.
And still has the strength to guide that ball into the bucket. So, and one for last game's best player for Canada, Patrick Williams, as he completes that three-point play.
And Team New Zealand is really struggling all season long, taking care of the ball. And
Right.
if there's one thing that they need to learn for this game is they just need to take care of the ball and learn something from this.
Of course, taking care of the ball and limiting your turnovers is easy enough to say, but when you're playing against a defense like what Canada is implementing, then I think this is where chemistry comes in.
Yes.
Your familiarity with each other, and we'll continue on this point as we have another timeout. So PSL Global Championship Challenge will return. The score is 44-11. And we are still here in the second period with 6 minutes and 13 remaining. Canada in control for the most part of this game, if not all, as they have posted a 35-point lead right now in the second. And
Another turnover for Team New Zealand, and that's their 20th turnover already. Game is still early, partner.
Right.
And they don't have to give up at this early in the first half of the game. Just need to be patient, moving the ball around.
And speaking of moving the ball around, that was a pinpoint pass by Patrick Williams inside. However, I believe that was a 3-second violation.
Yes,
called against Canada. Yeah.
Yes, by
Oh, that time they moved the ball well, but they missed that shot. It was almost in and just bounced out at the last second as Fangunilio was all alone for the lay-in.
another lucky break here for Team Canada, as New Zealand still misses a lot of point-blank shots.
And there it is. That's what New Zealand has to do. Crisp passing instead of trying to dribble your way out of the trap, right? And they
Yes.
got a beautiful alley-oop in that last play. In the meantime, the sidestep and the scoop coming from Brannon.
And Brannon has averaging 19 points, 5.8 rebounds in this tournament. And he's been their key guy for Team Canada.
And Kito, right before the timeout, we were talking about the woes of New Zealand. And basically, was that a pass off the board? And lucky for Canada again. Foul was called underneath against Malachi Book. And as I was saying, main reason why New Zealand has so many turnovers and are having a hard time taking care of the ball against a solid press like
Yes.
what Canada is implementing is because of their familiarity with each
Yes,
other. They are
yes.
basically a new team,
Yes.
probably formed less than 3 weeks ago.
Yes, I agree. And like what Coach Patrick Smith said a while ago, it's very hard for them to practice if the players are not always available and they just assembled in the last minute. But kudos to them because they still show up in this PSL Global.
Right. In the meantime, compared to Team Canada, mostly formed by the members of the GIGG, or the God is Good and Great group in Ontario, well, mostly Toronto City in the province of Ontario, Canada. Yeah, they're basically composed of two basketball groups, the Vaughan Vipers,
Yes.
headed by, the Vaughan Vipers and the Primetime Ballers. Right, so the GIGG basically is headed by Sir George Lalata, along with Edgar Tojino and William Marasigan, former Ginebra player.
Oh yeah.
In the 90s.
That's why the name sounds familiar.
Si William Marasigan, di ba? Also, meanwhile, dun sa kabilang group nila, sa Primetime Ballers, is headed by Mark Espinosa. Right, and by the way, sabi ni Coach Jay Angeles, hi daw kay Jason Georgia Angeles, ang kanyang kids, over they're in Toronto. If I'm not mistaken, Jace, his son, was supposed to come here and play, but naipit ng exams sa school niya in Toronto.
I see. So sometimes there's lots of factors talaga involved, especially when you're playing in this type of collegiate league. But
Right.
yet again, this is a very good opportunity for these kids to play on this type of...
Wow! Jam! The flex! And the pose coming from Lucas Brannan.
What a dunk there by Lucas Brannan.
Hello, Toronto! As Lucas Brannan gets that opportunity to really punctuate what they aim to do here in this game.
I was shocked. I was hindi ko na tapos yung sentence ko, but yeah, Lucas Brannan, and if they want to wheel this game off, no, and try to win this game, it's Lucas Brannan needs to step up talaga.
A good drop off there by New Zealand.
And Javines.
That was Smith to Javines.
Yes, Javines has been their key guy here in this game. He scored already 7 points.
In the meantime, Quito, while the lead is 41, as New Zealand gets another fast break opportunity. And a foul was called underneath. Good job by Lord Will Respueto for keeping his composure amidst three defenders. As we take a look at this again, the monster jam by Lucas Brannan. And the post right after it was so nice. We gotta see it twice. Boom.
Wow.
There it is. That is... Yeah, this
That's
is
the flex.
GIGG, hindi na iba na ibig sabihin ng G. In the meantime, we now turn you over to the court side as Maris has a report for us.
Yes, Eman and Quito, it has been a challenging week for the New Zealand boys. Since we guys know they only met with each other last week, Coach said topmost priority the team needs to work on this time is time. They need more time to adjust with each other, but nonetheless, Coach is still proud because the team has come this far, though they still need to find the balance. And you know what's great is they are always looking at the bigger picture. And as per Coach, with enough time and practice, these kids will be in a great places. Eman and Quito.
Thank you very much, Maurice. And right on cue, as Maurice was talking about New Zealand, knocking down that three was Landon Smith from the right elbow.
But I like what Coach Smith, Patrick Smith, said a while ago during that interview, that, you know, this is not a sprint, this is a journey. So they just need to be patient and time to play with each other. And who knows, next season they can be one of the formidable teams in this division.
However, that last bucket by Michael Ramos was a sprint.
Yes.
and he completed that journey to the bucket as he scored once again for Canada. And now the lead is 33 points as the buzzer sounds, ending the second period of this game between Canada and New Zealand. The score is 68 to 25. Canada up by 43. We take a break, and when we return, some halftime highlights and reviews. Our score is 68-25, and we are at halftime in this game between Canada and New Zealand in the Born 2004 division. This is Eman Cabiles alongside Quito Limbo and Maris Vittorio in our court side as we take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. That beautiful alley-oop completed by Miguel Bruan, and then he does not stop there. He hit a couple of threes along with this three from Patrick Williams. And Canada just kept pouring it on that time. Fangonilio, and the highest scorer in this game, Lucas Brannan, giving energizing his team coming off the bench. And take a look at this slam once again by Lucas and the Thug Life pose. There you go. And there he is, Lucas Brannon, enjoying the game. And yes, I'm sure he's giving a shout out to his friends in Canada. In the meantime, here are some halftime stats for you.
So for Canada, they forced their opponent to commit 23 turnovers, and they committed 30. They made 30 points out of the turnovers of New Zealand, and their fast break points is 19 out of null for New Zealand.
That is heavy. Well, I think I need to check that because we saw New Zealand do an alley-oop earlier in the second quarter, and I think that should be a fast break point, right?
I guess so, but
yeah,
I
because
think
it was a 2-and-1 situation, and
Yes.
that was an alley-oop for New Zealand. Anyway, so we have to move on from that. And now our third quarter is about to start, but before that, we would like to give out a special thanks to one of the biggest supporters of PSL, Sir Bong Cuevas, owner of the Nueva Ecija Capitals. Magandang umaga po sa inyo, Sir Bong. And for the accommodations also, thank you for the accommodations at the IM Hotel for PSL National Finals and PSL Global Championship Challenge 2024. IM Hotel over at Makati Avenue. Kapitbahay ko.
Yes.
Right. So yeah, I dropped off our basketball head of basketball operations right there. Yes, Farley Aguila. Hi, Farley.
Hello, Farley.
Yeah, speaking of highs and hellos, ang assistant coach ng Canada, who is Jong Lee, would like to say hi to his daughters over at Toronto, Hope and Faith. Yes, hello, daughters of Coach Jong. Yeah, to our viewers, once again, good morning to our super fans in the Philippines. Good evening to our super fans over at Canada and New Zealand. Afternoon pala sa New Zealand.
Yeah,
Good afternoon sa New Zealand. And hopefully I don't come off as favoring Canada in this coverage. No? It just so happens that I was assigned to interview them, and Quito, my partner right here, was assigned to interview New Zealand.
Yes.
Kaya lang, I'm speaking most of the time, so. And also, it does not matter that I have cousins in Canada, so hi to Ate Tina, Kuya Eric, Erwin, and Marie.
Hello to
and
them.
family, yes.
Good evening.
The
to them.
Rodriguezes.
Yeah,
right.
good evening. I hope you guys are watching.
Yeah, they're from Alberta, so
Alberta.
more on hockey. Go Oilers! Yeah, too bad on that last cup.
Oh
But
yeah, tough loss.
Yeah, but go Oilers!
You can see here Landon Smith. He's averaging 1.5 points and 1 assist in this game.
But right now, Landon, if I'm not mistaken, this is his best game in this tournament for his team. He has scored several points already, and not to mention facilitating
Yes.
for New Zealand.
Playing both ends of the court.
And right now, New Zealand running all the way. That was gorgeous on the hop skip drive, no?
Yes.
And the lay-in.
And that was RV Javines.
Yes.
He has already 13 points, 4 rebounds in this game.
And RV Venus right now has surpassed his last output of 7 points and 3 rebounds. In the meantime, hanging in the air was Landon. However, that shot went wild. Also double clutching in midair from Canada was Miles Escalona, but to no avail, and finally a bucket coming from New Zealand. And that helter-skelter play prompted Coach Jay to call a timeout for Canada. As we take a look at that, well, the last 2 buckets of New Zealand. Meanwhile, a timeout has been called. We will return in a minute. And we are live once again here at the Victoria Sports Tower, Court 2. And yeah, you have to pardon Quito.
Yes.
My last break, I was thrown off by that beautiful layup by
Yes.
Javier Andrews and on the replay. I was trying to read the back of his jersey and then realizing that the surname is not there.
Ah,
Right.
yes.
In the meantime, a midi jumper missed by Canada. And it was RV Javines. Oh, the spin cycle, the kick out from Gonilio was open from the corner. But missing that tray. Trying to force his way in right there was Alan Laca, but to no avail, and Canada scores once again on a 4-against-1 fast break.
And that was a good pass here by Escalona for a cutting Lee. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Javines, getting himself, finding himself once again a path coming from the left, where he is basically more dangerous, no?
Yes.
From that left elbow, and was able to get himself to the line. First free throw is good for RV.
And so far, New Zealand is shooting quite well in the field, 41%. It's just that Canada is just dominating in the rebounds, and New Zealand is just committing a lot of turnovers.
I mean, you can have a good field goal percentage. However, if your opponent has a way better field
Yes.
goal percentage and a lot more shots taken than you did, and then that could be an issue,
Yes.
as the lead right now is 38 for Team Canada. Patrick Williams back at the free throw line.
So Patrick Williams, he's averaging 8.3 points, 3.8 rebounds, and 2 assists.
But of course, in their last game, he had monster stats, getting 23 points, 6 rebounds, if I'm not mistaken, and 4 assists.
Yes.
Or is it the other way around? 4 rebounds and 6 assists. Yes, four rebounds and 6 assists.
Yes.
Malachi Book, good find inside. However, the defense of Canada recovered. Unlike the defense of New Zealand, as Fangonilio once again.
And there was a good kick-out pass there by Patrick Williams for an open teammate, Fagonilio.
That layup by Jordan Fangonilio, konting rockabye baby after finishing the left. But there's a 3 from the corner coming from New Zealand. Was that Smith? Oh, we'll find out later. Medyo na-cover yung natin, yung angle natin from here. Oh, sorry, miss there by Patrick Williams, and adding insult to injury. He mistimed this jump for the offensive rebound and landed on the back of, as we take a look at it again, of a Venus. And it's a good thing that, Patrick Williams, matibay to.
Yes.
Itong bata na to. Oh, by the way, Patrick Williams, his mom mentioned in their game against US, Patrick Williams was actually complaining to a referee about a call. I think that was when he graduated his 5th foul, and he was really pointing out really pushing his case against that call, because his mom said that Patrick Williams is one of the youngest accredited referees in Toronto.
Oh,
So he also calls. He's also a referee in Toronto.
so it's nice to see players who are studying also the rules of refereeing.
Right. Also trying out different facets of the game.
Yeah.
And you can tell that Patrick really loves basketball. I mean,
Yes.
he is on the top of his game right now, at the height of his athleticism.
Yes.
And at the same time, he is still doing officiating
Yes.
for minor leagues. And hindi lang yung basta referee na tinawag na pwede ka mag-ref. Hindi, he is accredited.
Wow.
In
That's
Toronto.
something unique
Right.
of a player for Patrick Williams.
In the meantime, continuing what the havoc he did in the first period, ito na naman si Miguel Bruan getting offensive rebounds and getting himself to the line. Now this player is special for Coach Jay Angeles. Technically, he is the starting center, but the way he plays, it's like positionless.
Yes, he plays like a forward and
Well, I guess on offense, I think he plays he can
Yeah.
play all positions.
yes. And that's one good thing for Canada when you see their length and their athleticism. They can play multiple defenders.
The steal and the lay-in. That time coming from Nico Mortel. Melakai, too strong on the layup. Good move though. Now here he is once again, Lucas Brannon, this time electing to kick out and then putting it back in. So talagang pag stats no,
Yeah.
if Mortel was able to knock down the jumper, Lucas has an assist.
Yes, yes.
Pero he did not. Pero Lucas was there for the offensive rebound and the score. And once again, ripping the ball away from an opponent was Mortel. However, I think a foul was called on that last play. And Melakai Book getting the benefit of that call. Take a look at it again. And if no whistle was blown, that should have been the second consecutive steal by Mortel.
For Team New Zealand, Melakai Book, he's averaging 12 points, 6.3 rebounds in this tournament.
And after those free throws by Melakai Book, our score is 81-41. Still a 40-point lead for Team Canada. Make that 42 as the tip-in by Miguel Bruan. Right now,
Miguel Bruan.
Right now, Quito, Miguel Bruan and Lucas Brannon
Yes.
are on the floor on the same time. But yeah, hold that thought. We have a report from courtside. We turn it over to Maris.
Yes, Canada head coach told me they are ready to face anybody and everybody for this global challenge. In that way, you can learn a lot for the betterment of the team. So far, they need more adjustment in terms of defense and rebound. But proud is an understatement for coach as he is sharing stories about his team. He has been coaching them for 7 months. That's why they are not only teammates, but a family as well. Coach firmly believes if these guys execute good performance during practice, they will execute good play during their games. Erman and Quito.
Thank you very much, Maris. And speaking of Coach Jay Angeles migrated to Canada since he was 17 years old.
Oh, wow.
And he told me it was 30 years ago. Right. Yeah, so medyo, the dates have been changed to protect the innocent. And yeah, Coach Jay Angeles originally is from La Loma, Quezon City.
Oh.
Yeah, so if they
So-
they move on to win the championship here in PSL Global Championship Challenge, expect a lechon from La Loma.
So it's nice to see everyone also going back to their motherland. So for sure they feel at home. They really feel at
course.
home here. And these kids, for sure, maybe it's their first time to go here in the Philippines. So it's a good time for them to go to Green Hills.
No, not Green Hills. if you really want to know good places to shop, yeah, paki-contact lang si Coach Quito Lingo. And he will direct you to me. Manager. Samantala. The play goes on. The score is 83-41. Still a 42-point lead here for Team Canada over Team New Zealand.
But going back to what you've said, Miguel Bruan and Lucas Brannen, they're both combined 41 points in this game.
Wow. And there he is once again, Lucas Brannan. And yeah, at some point, if they want to, New Zealand should really address that issue of trying to box out itong si Lucas and Miguel, as they are really crashing the boards and dominating in the paint for Canada.
Completely agree on that. And they have New Zealand has the size. It's just that they are not yet smart enough to get their man, because especially if you're 20 years old, you feel like you can jump everyone.
Yeah, ikaw jump lahat,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
And
So
yeah, instead of boxing out.
Yes. so there are some things that you need to learn for that type of
And once again, considering that they are basically a 3-week-old team, and yeah, boxing out, especially in team rebounding, takes a lot of coordination
Yes.
and communication on the floor. So if you're a new team, yeah, you really have to develop that if you are immediately thrown into the tournament, no, into
Yes.
competition. Oh. 1, 2, and again, Lucas Brannan missing the first, but no matter, he can take the second, even the third if he wants to right now.
yes, and that's his 8th rebound for this
Yes.
game, Lucas Brannan.
And if Lucas does not get the offensive rebound, it would be Miguel Bruan. Oh, trying to look for a friend in the air and finding one. Michael Ramos. I mean, yeah, he committed to the jump already, but was able to find Lucas, and Lucas foul counted play.
And that's a very smart move here
Right.
for number
Yeah, Michael
7,
Ramos.
Michael Ramos.
And of course, it also helps that he can stay in the air for that long.
Yes, and as he attracts 2 opponents and dish it out to an open Brannan.
And Lucas completes a 3-point play. Oh, that's a 3 from Mikaine Nepe. And that could get New Zealand going here. That last shot by Brannan wouldn't have counted even if it went in, but it did not. So at the end of the third quarter, the score is 89-45. PSL Global Championship Challenge will be back for the 4th and final quarter. And we return to the very handsome shot of our commissioner, JV Cayoso, former Ginebra idol na idol ng
Yes.
90s. I mean, yeah. Kaya namaos ako, tumanda kakatili for Ginebra before, when the time when the likes of our commissioner JV Cayoso played, sila Chito Loizaga, the
Yes.
Loizaga brothers, of course, the Big J.
Yes, big Jaworski, right?
Right. Pero, yeah, enjoying the game right now as Commissioner JV Cayoso. And here's a steal from New Zealand. The fake, the pull-up, well defended there by Lucas Brannan. That shot from Asi Reyes. In the meantime, oh, no go on that layup by Mortel. Mortel has scored a couple in the third, and that time the pull-up is money for Lord Will Respueto. Love the name.
Lord Will Respueto is
Right.
averaging 2 points only, and then now he made 5 points.
Bruan to Ramos. Ramos finds a path. The drop to Mortel. And what a play once again for Team Canada. Unselfish all the way.
That was a great pass here for number 7, Michael Ramos.
And Michael Ramos, if you give him that path, at pag nakabuelo na to, ang hirap ng pigilan sa
Yes,
taas. But
yes.
so unselfish was Michael Ramos na he found a better shot for his teammate, no? Who is Mortel. Nico Mortel, there you go. Meanwhile, Brannan, again, unselfish play. And that pinpoint interior passing by Team Canada.
And that came from a high-low play for both Brannan and Bruan.
I mean, imagine having the luxury of having, in the meantime, an athletic layup right there coming from Mikainen Nepe and eluding itong si Brannan and Bruan. No? And we are back streaming to you live from the Victoria Sports Tower, Court 2. I'm Eman Cabilas alongside Quito Limbo. Our courtside reporter, once again, is the vibrant Maurice Victorio. And right now, you see the score. Canada up 93-49 versus New Zealand. And before the timeout, Quito, I was talking about Brannan and Bruan. And to have the luxury as a coach, for Coach Jay Angeles, to have two very athletic bigs,
Yes.
same time on the floor, who can play inside and out.
Yes, I agree on that. As you can see, both of them really a prolific scorer for the part of Team Canada. As you can see that basket again from Bruan.
And loving that play. Right now, Quito, if you don't mind, could you check how many assists has Michael Ramos have?
Michael Ramos, he already has 4 assists.
Wow.
But as a team, they have 23 assists already.
Ooh, that is special for Team Canada. Really speaks volumes about how they move the ball, and right now they are really moving the ball well. Michael Ramos, that's why I ask you, Quito, because he is a prolific scorer. But in the last few plays, it's one assist after another, and the beneficiaries is either Lucas Brannan or that guy, Michael Bruan.
And that was
Miguel Bruan, rather.
That was a great backdoor play for Miguel Bruan.
And we said this about Miguel Bruan earlier, how versatile he is. Oh, was that a block on the alley-oop? I guess it was. And that was a fearless defensive effort by Alan Lakap, meeting Lucas Brannan upstairs. And of course, Brannan asking for a foul on that play.
That was a great block
Let's
here
see it again.
by Alan Lakap. Look at that. All
Right.
ball.
Right, so that was solid. And yeah, Lucas Brannan, of course, he felt something, but you know, during that block, that was all solid as can be.
It's just a sign of respect, asking for New Zealand to respect them.
In the meantime, missing a corner three was Miguel Bruan, rather. But a turnover by New Zealand on that fast break attempt. Three on the way, splash! Coming from Miles Escalona.
Miles Escalona. It's his first basket of this game, but he's averaging 6.5 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists.
And because of this 49-point lead of Team Canada, yeah, a lot of the bench seeing playing time here in this game. And we take a look at it again. That last foul on the play called against Nico Montel. Here's a drive and a kick out. That shot was a bit forced on the part of New Zealand. Oh, no space to do a Euro right there for Matthew Lee. Lucky for him, a foul, a blocking foul was called on Book. That's the fourth on Malachi Book, and this is something that we've noticed, Kito, the tendency of Malachi Book to get into foul trouble.
Yes, because sometimes really you really need to be smart defensively, trying to
Keep your verticality.
not yes, and trying to be on the right spot as early as you can to block that spot. But unfortunately, that sequence, he was late.
Another three, buried right there by Miles Escalona. Same spot, same result. And going back to Malachi Book, in that last play, however, on his defense, Kito, it was a 2-on-1.
Yes.
So, minsan talagang mapupunta ka sa alanganin to try and defend two players at the same time.
Yes, very unfortunate that time for Brook.
Here he is, Malachi. Oh, beautiful fake, and lucky for him, he got fouled downstairs, but he will go to the line once again.
So Malachi Book has been struggling all game long. He's averaging 12 points, 6.3 rebounds, but right now he just got 2 points.
And the struggle continues as Malachi hit nothing on that last free throw. Wow, that's like polar right there. First an air ball and then nothing but net on the second try. Nonetheless, Malachi splitting his free throws. Oh, good passing. Patrick Williams hanging in the air a couple of seconds longer than the defender, then putting it in.
Hey, that was a good footwork para dito kay number 11, Patrick Williams.
Mommy must be proud. And we're sure she is. And at that time, not enough space on the baseline was Canada. So possession goes back to New Zealand. 4 minutes, a little over 4 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. The lead has ballooned to 53 points right now for Team Canada. And Quito, for Team New Zealand, this is their first tournament. Of course, this is the first Filipina Super League Global Championship Challenge. What are your takeaways if you are part of Team New Zealand?
So for me, I think they all throughout the season they were outmatched by their opponents skills-wise and chemistry-wise. So it's all a matter of taking this journey as a learning experience for them, and perhaps watch the films so that they can learn from the things that they experience in this game.
And they have 1 year to prepare
Yes.
for next season.
1 year is quite very long for them to
Right.
prepare, and for sure they will improve.
Yes, and come back stronger, a lot stronger in next year's Global Championship Challenge of the Filipina Super League. Ooh, that was deep, but still falls for Fangonilio. What a shot right there by Jordan. Jordan-esque.
Jordan-esque.
Yeah.
Is that his moniker already? Jordan-esque?
Well, I was describing the type of shot that he did because I thought he was too deep under the ring. Nobody managed to get that in. And speaking of getting it in, another score for New Zealand right there, courtesy of Azzy.
And for Team Canada, if they win this game, looks like they're in the number 4th spot, and our last game will be interesting as Italy will be facing against USA to fight for that 4th place.
Right. In the meantime, splashing home a corner three, Don Mansaya. And John Mansaya has not seen much playing time right here, but we know what he's capable of. If I'm not mistaken, he was the starting point guard in their earlier games. No?
Yes.
And we will take a look at this replay again. An and one play courtesy of Alan Lakap of New Zealand.
Jordan Fangonilio. He has 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists.
Oh, I hope I was. Is it Fangonilio? 'Cause I've been
Fangonilio.
saying Fangonil.
Fangonilio.
Pardon. To the Fangonilio family. Pardon po. So now I know. Tito naman kanina pa eh. Sinisi yun.
It's okay, partner.
Thank you. So Jordan Fangonilio, here he is once again inside, and yeah, almost too easy for Miguel Bruan. First of all, catching that ball virtually unmolested underneath the basket, and then just putting it up and in.
And that's a 25th point for Miguel Bruan.
Another score there for New Zealand as we enter the last 2 minutes of this game. At the high post, Dawn putting on the inside moves, and he will go to the line as he got fouled by Alan Lava. Oh, check that. He was fouled by Azzy Reyes. Don sinks the first.
And Don Mansai is averaging 6.3 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Second shot by Don bounces out. Baseline drive. Malachi powering his way in.
And that was a good footwork and power
Right.
move para dito kay Malachi Book.
Book it for Malachi. Finding himself an open path. Escalona, the runner. Now here is Book. Kicking it out to the corner three, but moving closer for the jumper was Harvey. But missing it though. Oh, what a pass. And an extra pass, and another extra pass to Bruan underneath. Beautiful basketball being displayed here by Team Canada. If they were wearing the colors of New Zealand, mapapagkamalan natin San Antonio Spurs to.
Yeah,
Noong early 2010s.
that play for Team Canada, hindi nila pina-ready yung defense ng New Zealand doon, and then that result for a drop-off pass.
I mean, before that Bruan undergoes stab, there was at least 2 opportunities to put the ball up already, no? But they really looked for the best shot possible, and because of that, they've been doing that all game long itong Team Canada, and because of it, they will win this one as players are already shaking hands even before the buzzer sounds. And as the buzzer sounded, the final score is 117-65. Team Canada solidifying their spot in the semis after this win versus Team New Zealand. Once again, final score 117 Canada, New Zealand 65.
And that was a great win here for Team Canada, as they just got their chemistry right in the right time at the right moment for Team Canada. As of the moment, they secure that number 4 spot.
Right. Oh, as we take a look at that highlight of this game, as the best player of the game would be Lucas Brannon right now. I mean, it was a total team effort.
Yes.
I can say that for this young Canadian team. Well, the Team Canada, Phil Canadian rather.
Yes.
Team Canada. But yeah, the energy was really brought into this game by our best player, and he is now with our courtside Maris Victorio.
Yes, Eman and Quito, I have here with me our best player of the game, Lucas Brannan. Lucas, coach said to me earlier that for you guys, this is a do or die game. So before coming in, what was your game plan and how did you execute it so effectively?
Yeah, we started off the tournament rough. We were 0-3, and we really needed these 2 wins. And we knew as a team we were better than how we were playing, so we just had to like play collectively as a team better and just make sure we got everyone involved and played for each other.
So how do you plan on carrying this winning momentum for the semifinals tomorrow?
Yeah, we're feeling good now. I think we got the momentum going, so we're definitely gonna lock in for the semifinals tomorrow. We're gonna get it done.
All right, so this is your chance to greet all your supporters or loved ones out there.
Shout out my mom, my dad, all my relatives in the Philippines that are watching me. Shout out my friends.
All right, again, this is Lucas Brannan. Congratulations for being our the game. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Maris, and congratulations to Lucas Brannan and the rest of Team Canada as they enter the semifinals tomorrow. In the meantime, our next game, it is North America versus Italy. So do not go away. Magbabalik po ang PSL Global Championship Challenge 2024.